Welcome to episode 2 of Talkin Football with Larlar. I'm, of course, your host, AZ Larlar. Hello there. Welcome to the live podcast once again. Week 2 of the NFL season has concluded. And, of course, we are here every single Tuesday night live on twitch.tv/AZLarlar doing this podcast, this new podcast that I have launched once again. So to any future listeners, to any viewers that may potentially want to catch this podcast live, you guys are always welcome to join us at 7:30 to 8 p.m. Eastern time on twitch.tv/AZLarlar every single Tuesday. And of course, the podcast will go live on YouTube as well the next day at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. So just a minor heads up there. Currently, at the moment, I am still actually trying to figure things out in terms of trying to get the podcast on other platforms. But at the moment, still trying to work out the kinks of that. So please be patient. But I will definitely try to get these episodes up when possible. So just a heads up there in terms of anyone else who's interested in potentially listening to this podcast somewhere else. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you for the listens and everything from episode 1. Obviously, with episode 1, it was a very long podcast episode, but we're going to make things a little bit, streamlined today. We're going to make things more shorter today. So I hope you guys still enjoy in terms of how we go about everything, pretty much, because week 2 of the NFL season was an absolute, not cinema, but it was something. But of course, I am joined by 3 of my friends here. Same folks as last week. We got RBM, Max, and Brandon here. So say hello, everybody.
Yo, what's good, man?
What's good? What's good?
Just a very quick shout out. Max, it was his birthday the other day, actually yesterday.
Yo!
So happy birthday, Max.
Yes,
Yeah.
Happy belated to Max. He was 20. He turns 21, which is
drinking.
which is an age.
Yeah. I'm sorry that the Commanders didn't give you the birthday present you didn't want, though, but
No other teams did, but I'm gonna leave that alone today.
No, okay. Oh, well, all right. So let's move on. Let's go ahead and start things off here. Let's do it. So obviously, with just everything that goes on in a podcast episode of Talkin Football with Larlar, we obviously have to just make sure to be like, hey, pick'ems from last week. How did we do? Well, here's the thing, right? We went in week 1, we went 9-7, but this week we went a whopping 12-4. This week 2, and the obviously selections here, we got the Packers, Lions, Steelers, Ravens, Jaguars, Rams, 49ers, Cowboys, Patriots, Jets, Broncos, Cardinals, Eagles, Falcons, Bucks, and the Chargers. And the folks who decided to lose out on a perfect potential pick'em were the Broncos, the Jets, the Jaguars, and the Steelers. Still, though, did very well, because now my overall record this season at the moment is 21-11. So I'm doing pretty well so far, doing pretty well. Hope everyone else's pick'ems goes well, but obviously at the tail end of this episode, where we are going to do our week 3 pick'ems on the same window, we will be doing the week 3 pick'ems to end this podcast like we always do. So
yes, sir.
All right, let's go on ahead and get started. This is our week 2 recap, of course. So just a heads up here. I completely forgot to start a timer on my end. Shit. It's okay though. Let's just say probably about 5 to 6 minutes have passed. It's all right though. It's okay. But
Nice.
But basically, just to streamline this, just to at least be very, very transparent in terms of like what we do around here. We will have a timer on my end where, we just don't want to make sure that we tangent off too much, We want to give each game a pretty valid, look in terms of how we feel about all these teams. But, we don't want to go too far. So there's going to be a specific timer on our end to where, we're just going to go ahead and just make sure that we just don't go on a tangent for like 20 minutes talking about a specific game. So, yeah. All right. Let's start with week 2 of the 2025 NFL season. It started with a Thursday night football game between the Green Bay Packers going up against the Washington Commanders. And, well, let me tell you, the Packers continue their winning ways, and they win against the Commanders on Thursday Night Football, 27-18. And, of course, I have to let the person who is a fan of the Commanders, start off this conversation. So, Max, I'm gonna give you the floor here for a little bit. What are your thoughts with this Commanders team as they lost here, 27-18? Because while the score is 27-18, it really realistically wasn't that close all game at all. So please go on ahead.
My feelings have changed about this game over the week, honestly. Thursday, I was pissed as hell. I almost started drinking early. I was not a happy camper. Because the offense is just very stagnant. The defense, the defense just didn't do shit. Lattimore's a little cooked. The only one that really showed out defense was Trey Amos. I didn't hear his name too much often. He only got, I think, like, between 10 to 20 yards he allowed, honestly. And that's my goal. And he had that big, breakup in the beginning of the first quarter. Yeah. I was like, okay, this game probably go somewhere. And didn't. So, but it looks stagnant. And obviously the big thriller, Jaden's hurt. So he got flipped over, landed on his hip, and then also was limping from another play that he ran. So he's hurt right now. So that's not fun. And probably sure it's gonna be Mariota against the Raiders on Sunday. So that's fun. But that's how it felt Thursday. And I was ranting all show. I was like, holy shit, they need a fucking team. We need to do just straight defense the entire draft and get a wide receiver for this nigga because Terry McLaurin and Debo can't do it all and they're getting older. Shout out to Terry McLaurin. He also turned 30 yesterday as well. We share the same birthday. But
hey.
We need just a team around this nigga because Jaden I always felt like they're trying to like bills him kind of and be like, Josh Allen, you're the guy. So we don't really need to put like a major big team around you and shit. And while they did, and it's like I feel like I don't want them to do that because Jaden, he's not Josh Allen, and Josh Allen's good, and maybe Jaden would be better, but he's not Josh Allen. So we need a team around him and shit like that. And that's how I felt on Thursday. As we move across to Sunday, we saw the Lions put up offense, and they looked stagnant against the Packers. And they were fucking balled out. And then I saw the Giants almost single-handedly beat the Cowboys until they fucked it up. So honestly, it made seeing those games made me feel a lot better about that loss. But I was not a happy camper on Thursday.
Yeah, I was just going to really quickly mention Jaden Daniels, 24-42, 200 yards, 2 DD passes, but he took 4 sacks, and it does not help that he went down with an injury, but then also Austin Eckler went down, Achilles injury, out for the season.
Eckler's out, and Dietrich Wise is also out, so that's a defensive piece and an offensive piece out for the season. Yeah. So I don't know what we're going to do there.
Yeah, and I'll say this quick too, man. I mean, it's like, did the Packers win this game or did the Commanders lose this game? Right? It's one of those situations, right?
Yeah.
It's like because everyone's already talking about how Packers are Super Bowl contenders, right? Already, like defense is looking very scary right now, and but granted, Jordan Love he started off the game kind of slow, so
he did.
Yeah.
He started off. He was overthrowing receivers. He was holding on to the ball for too long until he started getting going. But then again, the Commanders' O-line, right? It's like, y'all got to protect Jaden, and y'all spent a good amount of money this offseason getting Tunsil and all these guys. But Now it's Bill Crosby Merritt's team now, right in the backfield. I mean McNichols, right? So I don't think it's over. We just gotta see how it goes moving forward.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm happy. Well, not happy. What's it called? Still upset, but better. Sucks to lose Eckler, but sucks to lose Eckler, Wise Jr., all that shit. But I've gotten better about this game over the week, but it still sucks to lose, and I'm sure, and I can't really judge it now because Jaden's hurt. 'Cause I can't really say like, are we still good? Are we not good? I can't really see now, but so who knows? But
Still early.
yeah, right now, yeah, it's still early. That's another thing. Everybody's like Jaden himself said, I'm not panicking, and he's like, and I'm like, you know what, Jaden? You're so right. It's only week 2. I'm not like, it sucks to lose that way. It sucks to your team like do bad, but it's also still week 2. The season ain't over. But I was worried about like these better teams coming up against us, and like how are we gonna do there if we can't even do too crazy against this contending team and shit. But I'm leaving alone. See how things go. Just let Jaden get back to good health. We're just gonna move on, and we're gonna see where we are. But I'm good. I'm cautiously optimistic, and my Jaden trust has gone from like 100 to like 99.5. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think that's a pretty good way to look at it.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of criminal to underestimate this Packers secondary.
Yeah,
this Packers secondary locked up 2 high-powered
They
offenses.
did. They did.
Yeah, I think there comes a point where we really have to start like taking this Packers team like actually seriously, because they look really freaking good almost.
They are leading
everywhere
on both sides of the ball right now.
Yeah, everybody's flying to the ball. So it's
Yeah,
crazy.
let's take a look at some stats here. Like fucking Brooks got a sack, Cooper got a sack, obviously Micah Parsons, got in there, but yeah, just taking a look at the stats here, Josh Jacobs, 23 attempts, 84 yards with 1 tud. The rushing was pretty good for the offense of the Green Bay Packers, and Jordan Love, as you guys said, started off slow, but that man is definitely getting really, really comfortable whenever it seems fit. So,
yeah, but here's the thing, though, Larlar. Jalen Reed's out indefinitely with that broken collarbone, so that's gonna hurt.
That is another injury coming out of this Thursday night football game. Completely forgot. Right, that is correct. Reed is going to be out.
However, I don't think the Packers have too much to worry about, since they have pretty good receiving depth. Not to mention the chemistry that Jordan Love has with all of those receivers. It's like, what do they got to lose?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I mean, so far for the Packers, they look great. They look great. In terms of Super Bowl contenders, if I'm being honest, too early? I don't know. Is it just me? Maybe. But I think it's still too early.
Right now, I would go as far as to say like NFC Championship contenders.
Okay, yeah.
Super Bowl, we're gonna have to see.
At least divisional round.
I think they make it past divisional with this team. As far as Super Bowl goes, I'm gonna say give it a few weeks, kind of see how they do.
Because
if they go like say 4, maybe 5-0, then maybe I'll consider them Super Bowl contenders. But with the Eagles still right there, I just don't know.
Well, speaking of, I feel like their biggest challenge, I think the biggest like test for them is that November 10th game against the Eagles, but that's later down the line. So
I very much agree.
That could literally real soft.
That literally could be the NFC Championship game too, by the way, in terms of where TBD. But we'll see. I honestly just don't want to get too ahead of ourselves with this team. Like, I know the Packers are looking really good, but like, let's just see, because it's week 2. But anyways, let's move on. Let's move on really quick now to, well, I mean, it's not as more competitive game, I guess, but, judging by how Cross was reacting to this game, it looked like the Ravens were kind of struggling, but inevitably they just went ahead and dominated the Browns no matter what, as Flacco returns 41-17. I mean,
what a homecoming for Flacco.
That picture where Lamar Jackson and him embraced was very sweet. It was very nice to see that.
Lamar loves Joe, man.
Yeah. I think just so much respect from those two, and obviously it's like you're basically looking at two eras of Ravens football, which is kind of crazy to think about. I mean, in terms of this game, I don't. There's not really a lot to say other than the fact that the Ravens still look like the Ravens. You know, Lamar Jackson's put up 19, 29, 225 yards, 4 touchdowns. He took 3 sacks though, but I mean, the Browns D-line is obviously, pretty good. And Derrick Henry, I mean, holy moly, 11 attempts for 23 yards only of rushing. The rushing offense here for the Ravens absolutely got stopped. But receiving wise, not really the same. I mean, Zay Flowers, 7 receptions for 75 yards. And Nate Wiggins had a pick as well on Flacco there. So, I mean, the Browns are the Browns. We get this, but is there really any other takeaway that you guys have, at least for this game here?
Not really. I didn't really watch the game like that, so I just saw the highlights. Well, whatever highlights were there.
Yeah,
I wasn't really much this game.
I will say there was a lot of chirping between the Browns and Ravens prior to this game. Especially them saying like, man, we're gonna stop the run, the Browns side, right? And then saying like, hey, we're gonna stop Derrick Henry. I think it was Holland in the secondary was talking a lot of crap, and then Derrick Henry was like, all right, we'll see. And to their credit, the Browns did, like you said, stop the run, but man, D-Hop was looking like old vintage D-Hop out there.
He's looking nice out there, man. He's looking nice.
He's fitting it. He fits into that system real well, and the Ravens really needed that. Lamar still can do Lamar things, right? The O-line this week was much better in terms of in terms of pass protection. Yeah, Lamar took 3 sacks, but I think most of it was because Lamar just held on for too long.
Yeah. But
I think that Ravens O-line definitely improved. We just gotta see what goes on, and they ruined Joe Flacco's homecoming. So we'll see. The Ravens still look good. So
Ravens still look good. The Browns, however, because of their offensive struggles, I felt like the Ravens didn't really need to do a whole lot.
Do we need to have a talk about the Browns?
I mean, what is there to talk about? They have Flacco to start, and they put in Dylan Gabriel here in garbage time, but it's like
there's no point. It's like you're not testing of what he's capable of if you're just putting him in garbage time like that.
Are you saying that we should probably have that talk about if Flacco should actually get benched for one of the rookies at this point?
Right. I don't think the game was on Flacco, right? But he's surely not, changing the game for the Browns. You know what I mean? Granted, it's only week 2. It's against a really good Ravens team. But I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think it's time to bench Joe Flacco just yet.
No, I don't think it is either. I give him a couple more weeks, but if there's no improvement, then yeah, there needs to be a talk.
Well, it doesn't get any easier. They're going up against that vaunted Green Bay defense next week. So
Lord,
yeah, they are cooked, bro. And I wouldn't even put my rookies in for that. So
Lord.
All I'm saying is Dylan Gabriel is throwing a touchdown before Jalen Hurts today. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
We will go into that in a little bit.
I'm talking about the Eagles. I'm talking about the Eagles.
Okay, we'll talk about the Eagles in a little bit here. All right. So let's move on to the next game. Let's move on to the next game here. Well, this third game here was very interesting because I literally told myself, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just pick the Jaguars. I just feel like the Jaguars had a better shot of this. For some reason, they kept it close. But the thing is, the Bengals still won it 31-27. But the thing is, they lose Joe Burrow for basically the season.
Yeah, basically week 16.
Here are my thoughts first, okay? Joe Burrow still looked great, and Trevor Lawrence, we really need to start having a talk about Trevor Lawrence. But anyways, going back to Burrow, Um, 2 sacks, man. You know, obviously Jamar Chase just has an absolute crazy game once again. 14 receptions, 165 yards with 1 touchdown. T. Higgins also had a touchdown, 3 receptions, 56 yards. And then, of course, you know, 2 interceptions here on Lawrence from Battle and Hill. But so the defense was definitely at least going, you know. It's not like the worst defense in the league compared to, like, you know, other defenses. But in terms of the Bengals, man, they played well, especially with Browning in there. But now with Burrow out, I mean, Browning is not Burrow. Let's put that out there, obviously. But
Oh no.
oh man, I don't know, Max. Two touchdowns, but he had 3 picks, man.
I was gonna say, keep in mind they found a way to win despite throwing 3 picks.
Right, he went 21 for 32, 241 yards.
Yep.
2 TDs, 3 picks.
Yeah, 2 TDs. But Trevor Lawrence, 24 for 42. That's not going to win you games.
24
That's not gonna-
42, 271 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, and 1
But a
sack.
QBR rating of 30. A QBR rating of 34.
No, his
Yeah,
QB
man.
rating's 80.6.
80. Yeah, 80. My fault.
80.6.
But
Look,
that's still not 24 for 32. Like, oh man, oh, that's not good.
I
Look,
mean,
man.
don't get it twisted. Trevor Lawrence did what he could, but I said this about Trevor Lawrence last season, and I feel like it's still continuing here. He has a bad turnover problem.
Yep.
I
And
agree.
I think if Leon Cohen can work with him a little more as far as like kind of making him more of a game manager than him just trying to play hero ball all the damn time, he will be a decent quarterback. I mean, look what Liam did for Baker. If he can
Yeah.
do for T-Law what he did for Baker, T-Law could be what he was promised to be.
Yeah, you know, as long as you don't shrug him off on the sideline.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that
I don't
later,
think-
but yeah, go on.
I don't think they will. They already gave him the big bucks, so I don't.
No, I'm talking about Trevor Lawrence shoving off the coach.
Oh,
Yeah, he did do
I
that.
don't think. I don't.
He did do
Oh,
that.
he did that.
Yeah, he did do
Oh,
that.
Well,
Yeah, he waved off Liam Cohen at some point during the game.
He did, bro, and I was like, yo.
Yeah, he was basically telling them like, "Yo, hit your receivers in the chest." And in the very next play, he hit Brian Thomas in the chest, but then Brian Thomas dropped it. So it's just like a lose-lose. So
I mean, that one was on Brian Thomas, to be honest.
yeah, no, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, he's such a bad player. He should come to the Commanders.
Yeah, Brian
Anyway.
Thomas though. Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of drops, man. 4 receptions, 49 yards, but he was targeted 12 times.
Which is bad.
That is bad.
He's looking like 2024 Quentin Johnson out there. Man, just can't find his hands.
Man, hopefully not. He had such a great rookie season too. I hope not, but I don't know. I mean, with the Bengals, let's go back to the Bengals really quick. I mean, with the Bengals, we can't really obviously know how the Bengals are going to look with Browning in there. It's just that when it comes down to it, he's not Joe Burrow, and that offensive line is still Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
yeah.
I don't have any faith in the
No,
Bengals.
that offensive line's like ranked 30th right now in like protection. So
Allow me to play devil's advocate for a minute.
I don't think there's any devil's advocate, but I'll hear you.
No. Hear me out. Sure, Jake Browning is not Joe Burrow. However, you still have the wide receiver duo of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins that can make shit happen.
Yeah, and Jake Browning, he's a good backup. He's not
a bad quarterback at all.
Yeah,
I think
he's
if
not a
anything,
bad
he's
backup.
one of the better backups in the league.
He's not a bad backup.
In my personal opinion, I think the Bengals will be just fine.
It's
As
just the
long as-
O-line
as
is
long
what
as-
I'm worried about.
Sure, the O-line is what I'm worried about, but if Jake Browning can get the ball out quickly and safely to Chase or Higgins or Yoshivas or
Tinsley.
who's their tight end? Jasecki
Yeah, or Tinsley.
or Tinsley? Or do checkdowns to Chase Brown safely? I think that Bengals offense is going to be perfectly fine.
We'll see, man. I'm a little worried about the Bengals.
I'm worried about them too, just because of Burrow not being there. But I'm also just worried about the Jaguars. I mean, are we gonna have that conversation? I mean, so they paid him 2 years ago.
Like, yeah.
I don't know, man. It's not looking great for T. Law.
Takes effect, I think, this season.
But we had this conversation about Lawrence like 3 years in a row, really now.
He's only won that one playoff game, and that was kind of just it.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't help that he's in a division where almost every single team, well, not almost every single team, but like the Texans are almost always not the Texans. The Titans are almost always ass for the past couple of years. The Texans have obviously been the favorite almost every single time since Stroud has gotten there, and the Colts have been the Colts. But now with Daniel Jones, we'll talk about him in a few here. Daniel Jones is in there. There might be more competition. This might not be an easy division now all of a sudden to win.
Oh no, this division ain't safe.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next game. I'm just worried a little bit for Trevor, if I'm being honest, because let me tell you, it's been getting a little loud, because I definitely saw a tweet that said how, like, oh man, I think it's time that we have a talk about Trevor Lawrence being painfully average, and I'm like, well, I don't know. Let's see. They obviously, once again, still very early with this team, but all right, anyways, let's move on to our next game here. And oh my goodness, who would have thought that this game somehow, some way would be potential game of the year candidate? I was just, on my phone because I was out on Sunday, I was just out with family, just taking a look at it. And I would just see Sunday Ticket, our football chat, just going crazy with this Giants Cowboys game. And the Cowboys win an overtime thriller against the Giants in Dallas, 40-37. What in the world happened with this game, man? Holy moly.
Man.
And I was listening to Rich Eisen earlier today. He was basically saying how that man, Russell Wilson, transformed into peak Seattle Seahawk Russell Wilson for this game. And I'm all like, what? And then I see all the highlights, and then I see the dime to Neighbors with 24 seconds left on the clock. And that man, Russell Wilson, 30 of 41, 450 yards with 3 touchdowns and 1 terrible pick in overtime. Took 3 sacks, but my God, Malik Neighbors, 9 receptions, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wan'Dale Robinson, he showed up big time here, 8 receptions, 142, 1 touchdown. And then Phillips with the pick on Prescott. But then obviously with Prescott, oh my goodness, crazy offensive game here. 38 of 52, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, took 3 sacks. Javonte Williams was running. CeeDee Lamb was catching it. And then, of course, Wilson with the pick in OT. Guys, what the hell happened with this game? What's going on?
Man, all right, I'll go first. So this was one of the games where I watched fully. Let me tell you, man, both QBs played well.
Absolutely.
Especially Russ. I mean, that's the Russell Wilson. That's the reason why the Giants signed Russell Wilson. One of the best deep ball threats that we have seen in this past decade. The Giants O-line, okay. We gotta talk about freaking Hudson first, man. I don't know what Hudson was doing on that first drive.
Man.
I don't. That's one. That's what's gonna lose your job. That's four penalties in one drive, and then he was complaining on the bench about why that happened. I don't know, man.
Yeah, let me explain really quick. So, to anybody who doesn't know, in the first possession of that game, James Hudson was penalized 4 times on one possession, where he had a 15-yard penalty for an unnecessary roughness. He had a false start the very next one, and then another unnecessary roughness, and then another false start, and then he got benched, and then he started yelling at the coaches.
Yeah, that was bad. Yes, that was bad.
Come on, man.
That was bad. But besides like that, right? In terms of like the rest of the game, man, very, very well put on both offenses. Malik Neighbors balled out. That's the Malik Neighbors that we'll see at LSU. Russell Wilson to Neighbors is a really, really good connection. Same with Robinson. Robinson was also getting in there a couple times. But then on the Cowboys side, right? You know, Dak just had to keep he just had to keep spinning it. He had to keep spinning it. He did well as well. Granted, he averaged about 6 yards a play, but he kept it safe. He also had an interception, but that happens. But Javonte Williams almost had 100 yards again today. That game, CeeDee Lamb was getting back into it, over 100 yards there. But the main reason why this game was even close as it was thanks to Brandon Aubrey, man. Got it into overtime, and also got it as a game winner. And one of literally probably the best kicker in the game right now. So props to Dallas for getting it done. I think this is Dak's like 14th straight win against the Giants, which is like the most since 1980 or something like that from what I saw. But
which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, so it's good. And last thing before I pass it off, I will say when I saw Jackson Dart get into the game for the first time, I was like, "What are we doing? Like the game's tied. Like what are we doing? Why are we putting him in right now?" And then it was a run play to Scatterbo, and I was like, "Oh, okay. You're looking at Dart as like that threat to run, but no, they were like in a jumbo full house formation, give it to Scatterbo. Scatterbo, bro, he's gonna be a good guy in this league. I'm excited to see what he does. So good game all around. Classic NFC East football, baby."
For Brandon Aubrey, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Although I think there's one person that we're not given enough credit, as far as this Cowboys team goes, and as far for what I saw in the highlights, that's Javonte Williams, bro.
Yeah,
Javonte. How do I put this?
What a good pickup for the Cowboys, man. They needed
he was a good pickup for the Cowboys.
Absolutely, their run game has been awful. The past couple of years.
Their run game was awful until today. That run game today was not today. That run game during that game was stellar. Javonte rushed for almost 100 yards. Not to mention that 30-yard run he had to set up Aubrey for that field goal to send it into OT. At least I think that's what it was.
Yep.
So shout out Javonte. But yeah, I agree. Both Russ balled the fuck out. Malik Neighbors balled the fuck out. Wandale, he hadn't balled out like that in a minute, so he really needed that. Other than that,
I just couldn't believe that a Cowboys-Giants 1 p.m. game could have potentially be candidate for game of the year. I just can't believe that. No one literally would have thought that any other way.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Max, anything there for your division rivals?
Well, for one, I just wish they could die, but they couldn't. So somebody had to win. But I was hate watching, so I was definitely a Cowboys hater, and the Giants definitely let me down. So I was not able to see the Cowboys lose close to my birthday, so that kind of sucked. But it's all right. The game was really good though. Russell balled out. Dak unfortunately balled out. Malik Neighbors actually looks really damn good. I cannot lie. Like that
Neighbors,
catch,
man. Neighbors.
That catch, nigga.
Neighbors is getting somewhere, man. He's gonna be amazing.
Bro, they put his hand in front of his helmet to where he couldn't see, and he still caught that shit.
Yeah,
that boy is good.
All right.
Very good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, if you are listening to this at all and you haven't watched any sort of highlights from this overtime game, you have to literally do that when you're done here, because it was just so entertaining. I just can't believe it. Because we really thought, with the way like the Giants played against Commanders last week, they were probably just gonna be just once again very bad, But then they balled out like that, and then Dak Prescott continued to ball out, and then just unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable what this what these two teams can do, I guess, because now we're looking into the next week where we will go into our pick'ems next later. But now it's looking a little for a certain team here. Anyways, let's move on to another game here where it was also another divisional game, man. Let me tell you. And it was another one of those nice, interesting returns for a specific, not player, but coach. Let me tell you, for some reason, somehow, some way, I think on Sunday, Detroit said, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and just give it to our fucking previous offensive coordinator because the Lions literally just gave it to Ben Johnson in his return, 52-21. Guys, I think the Lions are back. The Lions are back. I'm just going to say this right now. The Lions are absolutely all the way back. Let me just tell you this right now, because that man, Jared Goff, 23 of 28, 334 yards, and 5 TD passes. 3 of them of which went to Amon-Ra St. Brown. 9 receptions, 115 yards. And let me tell you, Brian Branch, force fumbled the ball. Chris Joseph got a pick. That defense looks better. But then again, maybe just Bears. But are the Bears just bad? I don't know. But I think the Lions are all the way back.
Man, it's getting loud in Chicago right now, man. Let me tell you, it is getting loud over there. Nobody expected the Lions. People probably expected. I think the Lions were the favorite of winning the game. But people didn't think it was going to be a beatdown, right? You know, no Ben Johnson, no Aaron Glenn. How is it going to match up against, his old team, right, with Dan Campbell? But then you look at the Bears stats, right? I mean, like Roma Dunze, 7 receptions for 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, they didn't really have a run game. I mean, they didn't. Caleb Williams, 19 for 30, 207 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He just keeps on holding the ball for too long. He got sacked 4 times. Jared Goff didn't get sacked any times. So, boy, it's getting loud in Detroit right now, man. It's not Detroit, in Chicago, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good, and it makes you wonder. It's like, man, are the Bears dead? Are they still dead?
Yeah, they're dead. They're dead.
Is it over already?
They're dead.
We gotta see what goes on, man. But I'm not too fond of the Bears right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the Lions for a minute though, because this just proved that Week 1 was the ass kicking Jared Goff needed, and Week 2, Jared Goff, he came back to form. He wasn't Jared Goof this time around. They went back to the 3-1-3. Bears came in town. They said, "I bet you may have my former OC, but I know all his tips and tricks. Come at me." And you know what? They just straight up dominated. This wasn't even a contest. This was downright domination. This is showing your old OC how it's done. This is what you do as a head coach.
Yeah. Did you see the way that Ben Johnson responded to reporters after the game? After apparently, the Lions and MCDC, aka Dan Campbell, was trying to run up the score on him. Bro, he looks pissed, man. I know he just lost, but man, he looked pissed.
He was tilted. He was 1,000% tilted.
Yeah, he was pissed, man. Oh man.
Damn, you my old coach, and you don't do that to me? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely gonna remember it for the rematch, but all I'm gonna say is I think the Lions are all the way back, and I really want the Lions to do well this year. I felt so bad with them losing all of pretty much everybody on that defense last season, and then they lost to Max's Commanders in the divisional. But that game though, the Commanders and Lions, really quickly, it's that game, and looking back at it, that game, I was like, man, whoever loses, I'm gonna feel so bad, because it's just they got here so far, and it's well, the Commanders in the end won that game. But anyways, I really hope the Lions continue. Okay, well, I mean, maybe, but I really hope the Lions still do well, you know. But the Packers are in that division, so it's going to be very, very tough. It's going to be very tough, and their schedule is also very tough.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the Bears, though. I mean, shoot, like really quickly when we talk about the Bears, are like. It's not even a question of are they in trouble. They are in trouble. Like they are absolutely in trouble. Like I'm not fond of Caleb's playmaking. I'm not fond of him throwing the ball in terms of specific spots and whatnot. There are glimpses of it, sure, but I am not. It's just so tough. It's just so tough for them.
And I don't think he's the reason why they lost the game. Because look, they need Jalen Johnson back bad.
Yeah, I was gonna mention. Yeah,
they need him back bad because they need to contain that outside, and they got no outside leverage help since he's gone. But at the same time, Caleb's the number one pick. He's gonna have to be. People are expecting him to be that game changer, not just a game manager. So we just gotta see if that happens at some time.
I think I'm the only one in this call right now that still sees the Bears as a rebuilding team.
No, they're still rebuilding. I think
I agree with you.
No.
Yeah, so okay. So
but
I mean,
I think people just have higher expectations.
I mean, right now the Bears are still going through some growing pains. Now
I think it's just
granted Caleb is starting to get some chemistry with Roma Dunze.
Yep. Which I'm glad.
But how much is not it's just not enough.
I think it's just the addition of Ben that kind of like reinvigorated the fact that okay, well, Eberflus is gone, right? So Ben Johnson, OC, he's gonna definitely change Caleb Williams. I think as of right now, it is definitely too early, but it's getting to the point where this man Ben Johnson is not looking great with Caleb right now, bro. It's not looking great.
No, I personally am not ready to give up on Caleb Williams just yet. I think he's showing flashes of what he can do, but I think he still needs some more time to cook.
Somebody said he looks better in the last 2 weeks than he did in the entire last season, and I honestly agree. He don't look bad when he's playing out there. Unfortunately ran into good teams.
Yes, that's true, I guess. I mean, obviously, once again, when it comes down to like these sorts of questions, it always will come down to like, it's still too early. It's week 2, but man, I mean, the overreaction in me just can't, think about it. It can't.
We'll see what he does against the Cowboys.
We shall see. Anyways, moving on to our next game here. Well, let me tell you, here's another team that is very much under a lot of scrutiny at the moment, and we're turning it to the AFC now in another big divisional game. But let me tell you, it's getting really loud for a specific fan base down in Miami. I actually have a little thingy here from King because, as we see here, the Patriots win a close one against the Dolphins, 33-27, where we had 2 straight kickoff return. Oh, no, there was 1 kickoff return TD, and then there was a punt return TD. Nonetheless, that was still very cool to see. But let me just go ahead and read a couple things here since King is not available to do this rant. But his main rant points are, 1, the defense is the worst in the league. 2, the offensive line is still bad. After 3 years, the GM and coaching staff have yet to improve the offensive line. 3, Tua had a great game, but great quarterbacks drive the field to win games under the gun. Tua had 2 chances to win the game and collapsed on both drives, including that 1 pick last. Oh, let's talk about the Patriots first, though. Patriots look good. They looked really good
Oh,
against
Drake May
this.
balled out. He
Yeah,
balled
they
out.
looked really good against this Miami defense, and
Yeah.
Drake May balled out. Yes, he had 19 to 23, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, took 3 sacks, but that's perfectly fine, because that man, Ramondre Stevenson was somehow the lead receiver here, 5 receptions, 88 yards. And then with Hooper and then Diggs, not much here from the wide receivers, but that's perfectly fine. As long as it wins you the game. But in terms of Tua, man, 26 to 32, 315 yards. He had a great game. He had a decent one, but then he had that one pick there, and then 5 sacks. So, kind of crazy. But then Tyreek Hill got a lot of yardage here. 6 receptions, 109 yards. He finally, I think, over the course of the week, they definitely told Tyreek, yeah, we're going to throw you the ball way more now this time, okay? Just chill out on us, please.
Yeah, this was
yeah.
one of the 2 games I actually watched in full. The other one we'll probably get to in a minute. Tua, I'm gonna disagree with King for a minute. Tua didn't actually look all that bad. But then again, it's easy to kind of look good against target cashiers as defenders. So, and
That's crazy.
Tyreek caught his first pass from 30+ yards since week 1 of last season, which is insane to think about. But
Yeah, well, that's an insane stat.
yeah. And then we talk about the Patriots. Of course, yeah, Drake may look good, but then again, the Dolphins are also very thin in terms of their secondary. So,
Oh, yeah,
of
their
course,
secondary
Drake
is
May was
awful.
going to look good. Of course, Ramondre was going to look good.
Yeah, and I'll say this too, man. I'll give Dolphins defense a credit. They did stop the run. Stevenson only got like 54 yards. Henderson only got 10 yards. I gotta give him that. But man, that Dolphins special teams, bro, they look bad.
Yeah.
Now they look bad. It's like now the offense is starting to look good, but now the special teams looks bad. Like,
their special teams look, except for that kickoff return touchdown, that special teams looked horrible.
yeah. So now
Yeah.
it's like one or the other, right? It's like two of their cores can look good, but if one of their cores look bad, then everything goes to the bed.
That's kind of the Jekyll and Hyde of this team, though.
Right, but I'm looking at the stats here too, and I know Larlar's showing this. Like Achan got 92 yards receiving, Waddle
Yeah, Achan didn't do
68.
bad either.
Yeah, so but the Dolphins the Dolphins couldn't get nothing on the ground. Like they literally could get nothing on the ground though. Like if they would have established a run game, they probably would have won this game.
HHD line looked good there.
Yeah, they look real good.
Yeah, they did.
So and I know the Patriots in the offseason spent a lot of money on that core front. So I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah, of course they were going to stop the run, but that's not really the Dolphins' strength, though. This Dolphins' strength is in the air. Like, if you could stop them in the air,
Right.
you basically beat them. That's what the
Right.
Patriots, in the end, ended up doing.
Right.
So
Yes.
credit to the Patriots.
Is Mike McDaniel done? If he loses a Thursday?
So. I don't think so.
I think
it's tough.
It's a tough Thursday night matchup against the Bills.
Yeah, about saying next game, if they get blown out, I think it's gonna get extremely. I mean, it's already loud in Miami.
Oh, it's already loud, but it's gonna be even louder.
It might get like to pitchfork level. If they get like embarrassed against the Bills, right? If they have a close game with them, yeah, probably not. But they might get oh man. People are saying, will Tyreek be gone before Mike McDaniel?
No, I don't think so.
Signs might be pointing to yes.
About to go back to the Chiefs.
No, look, I do not do that.
Look,
Please do not do that.
But on Miami though, man. Look, man, it's so hard because I pull for Tua, but they're stuck with him now, right? They're stuck with him.
Yeah,
like
they done paid the guy. So.
They already paid the guy. So
well, then again, that didn't stop the Giants from cutting Daniel Jones. So
yeah,
who knows?
but like, who's the backup? Zach Wilson. He's going to do
Wilson,
it.
yeah.
And who's the backup of him?
Zach
Quinn
Wilson
Ewers?
about to beat Sam Darnold, bro.
And then who's the backup of him?
Whoa,
Quinn
whoa.
Ewers? Like, is he
Whoa.
going to do something?
Whoa.
No.
So
Look,
I'm worried about it. To Larlar's question,
look,
if they don't go above 500, he's done.
yeah, I think realistically, they're probably not going to fire McDaniel, especially if I don't think they're going to fire him at any point during the season. But yeah, if 100%, if they do not get a winning record here, he's done. He's 100% done.
I think
Greer also, I think might be done. Go ahead, Max.
I think it might get like not like super loud. Like I think it'll get super loud if they lose to the Jets on Monday, coming up after the Bills.
Oh yeah, that's
and then and if they lose to the Panthers,
yep, I agree.
No, they're gonna win one of those games, man. They're gonna win one of those games. I don't care what anyone says. No, bro, no way.
One can argue saying they have to win both games.
I say if they lose to the Panthers, then yeah, Mike McDaniels is cooked.
Fucking having 3
Oh,
division games like back to back is cool. We'll pass for that. But if they lose to the Panthers, ooh.
yeah, it's not looking great. You know, it's not looking great. And I think just to cap it off here, the way he was responding to questions about like how he lost the game is not great either. It's not great either.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good luck. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah, it's not good. Unfortunately, I do have to give the props to the Patriots. Mike Vrabel's first win as a Patriot head coach, you know, like he got his first win. He looked good. Patriots look good, man. I don't want to see it, but it is what it is. Let's move on to our next game here. And, well, this is a very interesting one because this is one that was down all the way in New Orleans. Because, remember, Brock Purdy's not playing, so guess who had to show up? A former Patriots quarterback in Mac Jones. And guess what? That man was cooking as the 49ers starter quarterback. He shows up against the Saints, 26-21. RBM, I mean, you're a Saints fan. Any thoughts with this one?
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just start with the positives. In terms of fantasy, CMC showed up. CMC did the damn thing. You know, thank you for helping me win fantasy this week, Christian McCaffrey. Positives for the Saints. Our offense actually looked somewhat competent for one.
Yeah, it was not bad. Not bad.
Spencer Rattler actually didn't look that bad. You know,
he didn't turn the ball over.
He didn't. And this was the other game I watched in full. Thankfully, I just happened to be paying attention. Spencer Rattler did fine. Didn't turn the ball over. He made the throws that he needed to make. Jawan Johnson got his first touchdown catch of the season. I'm happy for him. That's our tight end right there. Kamara, you know, other than that fumble, he's doing Kamara things. I am most disappointed in that defense. Because how the fuck do you make Mac Jones look like Joe Montana?
Whoa.
How do you do it?
Whoa.
Because Mac Jones, I will give all the credit in the world to Mac Jones. He played probably the best ball of his career.
Whoa, really?
I would say so, yes.
At least going back to the rookie year, you know, like.
Yeah, since he was a rookie, yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
It also didn't help that Justin Reed got hurt during the game. And we were already down Justin Blackman. So we had no safety help. It didn't help that Kool-Aid McKinstry decided that he wanted to be penalized multiple times this game. It also didn't help that we couldn't stop Christian McCaffrey. It also didn't help that we couldn't stop Jawan Jennings. It also didn't help that we couldn't get to the quarterback.
Yeah, I was going to mention how McCaffrey had 13 rushes for 55 rushing yards, but then he had 6 receptions for 52 yards. So that man, McCaffrey, was going all over the place. Juwan Jennings at least looks great. Pearsall looks great.
Pearsall was cooking.
Yeah, but Mac Jones, though, man, he looked really good. Like, I was actually impressed. That second half looked amazing for him. And,
Now, granted, we did get to him a few. Granted, we did get to him a few times, but
yeah, 3 sacks. But
we just couldn't stop the run. We couldn't stop the run. We couldn't stop Christian McCaffrey from doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do. We couldn't stop Pearsall from doing what he wanted to do. Our defense, we just gotta do better.
And Brian Robinson too, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Brian Robinson. Good for him. He got 20 yards on us. But
it's not bad.
All I'm gonna say is Saints defense, do better. Offense, keep building that chemistry. Spencer Rattler probably could be something.
Yeah. I'll say this, man. Oh yeah, I was wrong. Spencer Rattler did fumble once. But he didn't throw any picks. But I mean, hey, y'all did get to Mac Jones 3 times.
I think the Saints defense always looks pretty respectable.
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean,
at least the D-line.
Yeah, but here's my thing, though.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm about to say, but like RBM, y'all do got 4 competent wide receivers. Obviously, Chris Olave, right? But y'all got Brandon Cooks back, Rashid Shaheed. I even think Juwan Johnson is a guy. And obviously Kamara in the backfield. Like y'all got guys that can make pushes. And if Spencer Rattler, if he has a game like this again, this is how y'all can win games. This is kind of like the South Carolina, Oklahoma Spencer Rattler that we've been wanting to see. So,
yeah, like I said, our offense was the positive in this game.
Right.
No joke.
Which is unusual because it's typically your defense. So, we'll see, man. I mean, it looks like Spencer Rattler is going to be y'all starting quarterback until he does like horrible. So he just got to keep up the momentum there. Now with the 49ers, how long is Brock Purdy going to be out again?
Till week 5 at least.
Yeah, 4 weeks, right? Something like that.
Okay. So this is basically Mac Jones's essential team now. If he can play, good competent football, in the Shanahan system, right? You don't have to be the hero because you got guys around you. Just, don't turn the ball over, don't hold it on for too long, and then go. And you got a defensive back, you got a defensive team, which granted they lost a lot of guys, but that defense can still play. So we'll see how it goes moving forward with both teams. I'm curious to see what it's going to look like.
I think also with Mac Jones too, like as long as he continues to ball out like this, or at least like play at a good level, like teams could probably pick up on that for next season because Purdy, they're not going to go away from Purdy. There's no way they don't. They paid the man.
They just paid him. They just paid the man.
So they kind of can't.
Yeah, so like this could look good for Mac Jones potentially in the future. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yeah, like they call Kyle Shanahan the quarterback whisperer for a reason.
True. All right.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Fair enough. Let's move on to our next game here. Well, I mean, personally for me, I don't really want to talk about this game, but we're going to talk about it because we're doing the podcast, so here we are.
Gotta do it for the viewers.
Yeah, gotta do it. So obviously moving on from this 49ers Saints game, let's move back here to the Buffalo Bills going up against the New York Jets here at MetLife. And let me just tell you, because there is one thing that I am just going to say about this, but let me tell you, the Bills and James cooks the Jets 30-10. And look, man, let me just paint you guys the picture, okay? Let me just paint the picture. I was out, and I have notifications for several Jets beat writers because, you know, they basically tweet out the game as the game goes. And I remember seeing 3 and out on the Jets' first drive. And after that, I think about 5 minutes later, I see that, Justin Fields fumbled the ball. And I'm like, that's it. Game over. GG. Yeah, blowout in MetLife, and I'm not very too pleased. But Jets fans really need to chill out, man, because look, here is my message to Jets fans anywhere. Okay, we are obviously 0-2. This is obviously a start that we just did not want to see, but unfortunately, because we are Jets fans, we get used to it on a pretty much everyday level. And I'm just being completely honest here. I think we really need to chill out because everybody's already going on Aaron Glenn's head. I'm like, guys, look, that man just started. You know, it's too early to tell. It's too early. It's very too early. I understand that. But the thing is, though, my God, Justin Fields did not look great. I watched the highlights for at least the first couple minutes. I could not do it anymore. Justin Fields, 3 of 11, 27 yards. Terrible stat line. But that man, Tyrod Taylor, at least got a touchdown. Great. That's amazing. The Bills, though, I mean, Josh Allen was Josh Allen still. He didn't throw any touchdowns, but James Cook was the absolute GOAT for the Bills this game. 21 attempts, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. We couldn't stop jack shit, all right? The Jets are the Jets still very clearly. How we went from week 1 Jets to this Jets this week, I have no idea how that came to be. But all I'm going to say is, right, I think we need to chill out. But the thing is, the schedule is not going to get any easier, all right? We got the red hot Buccaneers coming up next. And if the Jets really actually want to start doing things, and if Aaron Glenn actually wants to start doing things and actually start making us win, we need to actually kick up on defense, man. Defense specifically needs to be better. Offense specifically needs to be better. And I don't even know if Fields is going to be playing because of concussion protocol. So in terms of the Bills, I don't think anybody else has really anything else to say because they're the Bills and James Cook looks great. But the Jets, man, we look lost, man. We got to figure it out soon. So let's calm down, please. Let's calm down. Please, yeah, somehow, some way. Let's calm down.
Yeah, I would say let's calm down. And this is Aaron Glenn's first season as a head coach. He's a defensive head coach. Although he did admit he didn't have his players ready for the game, so that's not exactly a good look. But I mean, let's just call it what it is. This was an ass whooping.
It was.
Josh Allen didn't have to do a whole lot. James Cook just single-handedly said, you know what? I feel like whipping some Jets ass today. Let me just run all over this damn team like fucking gangbusters. And let me expose this defense for what it really is.
They look awful on defense, man. It looks bad. I just don't know. I have no idea. Also,
my prayer is up for Justin Fields because I know he got concussed during that game. So I hope he gets better. I truly do. I like Justin Fields as a player. I don't want to see his career end like this. But other than that, I'm sorry, man. This Jets team's got to get it together.
Pretty much.
Well, Larlar, I'll let you answer this. What do you think was different compared to? Obviously, there's a lot of different things, but what do you think like the main takeaway compared to y'all's first week to this week, man?
I don't know, just tempo, I guess, because it's like the first drive again, like how we started the game literally was first drive, we went 3 and out, and then I think the Bills scored a touchdown after that, and then after that, Justin Fields fumbled the ball, and then after that, I think they scored a field goal, but then every single time, like, the Jets offense took the field, they didn't really do anything with it. I don't know what it was. I think it might just be, like, potentially just a mental thing, but after the fumble, they just did not look They just didn't look locked in at all. So it might be a tempo thing, but it might also just be a preparation thing. But at the same time, it's like, we looked so good in week 1. How come we couldn't replicate that in week 2? I'll be honest with you, Brandon, I don't really know the answer. I really don't. But I really just hope that, we go back to week 1 Jets, because I really don't want us to have our peak as week 1. I really don't, because that will be just awful. That will just be awful. But any other thoughts? Go ahead.
No, man. I mean, it's how long is Justin Fields gonna be out for?
Well, I mean, he's on concussion protocol, so it's really like TBD at the moment.
Yeah.
So I guess it's day by day.
It's day by day, yeah. Tyrod is going to start if he's not available for week 3.
Yeah. I'm not pressing the panic button yet. I'm not. I wouldn't. Because y'all had that fantastic week 1, and it shows that y'all can compete. So I'm not pressing that just yet. We'll see what happens week 3.
Also, please get Michael Clemens off my fucking team, man. 3rd and 19, he gets a rough in the passer. Get the fuck off my team.
That was rough.
Please get off my team, man. Please get off my team, please, because you're just shooting yourselves in the foot way too many times. But the thing is, though, this is literally like one of the issues that Saleh had with his teams. It's the undisciplinedness. And the thing is, though, right? Aaron Glenn, we have noticed how like Aaron Glenn is saying all these things about discipline. First off, we had some boneheaded penalties in the week 1 game, but then we had also Michael Clemens bum ass fucking do that thing, roughing the passer 3rd and 19. AG, look, man, I'm not gonna like jump off ship as other Jets fans are, but if we really need to start acting like we are going through our words, like we actually have to figure it out soon. So
I mean, my only message to Aaron Glenn would be this: if you're gonna preach accountability, you gotta stand on business.
Exactly. All right, but anyways, let's move on to our next game here. This next game is actually the team that we lost to in week 1, but the thing was, though, a team from the West was actually the one who took down that specific team that we lost to in week 1. Because let me tell you, the Seahawks ran all over the Steelers, especially in that second half. They won 31-17. Now, I watched the highlights of this game. The Seahawks looked like they were going to lose this game during that first half. But that second half started, and things all of a sudden started to turn around. And then we had one of the worst plays ever where, I don't know who it was, but one of the Steelers decided to touch the ball as the kickoff was going, and that ball went into the end zone, and the Seahawks jumped on it for a free touchdown. What's happening there? So, like, anyways,
that's gonna be my pick for lol cow of the week.
King says here, by the way, I was just gonna say really quick, King is in the chat here because remember we are doing this live on twitch.tv/azlarlar. He said, this made me think of less of the Steelers rather than think better of the Seahawks.
I'll say this. The Steelers rarely let anybody run the ball over them. So I was surprised that the Seahawks were able to accomplish that.
Kenneth Walker,
especially
man.
Kenneth Walker. He had an average of 8 yards per carry, which is insane against the Steelers defense. But then the Steelers had some boneheaded plays. For example, the end zone where Caleb Johnson touched the ball and he let it run back in the end zone, and then the Seahawks get a free touchdown out of it. I think that's just a rookie mistake. That shouldn't have happened. Metcalf got his revenge. He scored a touchdown on him.
He did. But then after that was it.
Yeah, after that, I mean, Aaron Rodgers went 18 for 33, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 203 yards. That's not good. That's not, especially on the Steelers team. That's not good.
2 picks and 3 sacks. That Seahawks defense doesn't look bad. It really does.
Yeah. And then you're looking at Sam Darnold, 22 for 33, 295, 2 TDs, but 2 interceptions too. I mean, Sam Darnold just can't just do that. But JSN had over 100 yards.
JSN looked really good in this game.
Yeah. So
And Cooper Kupp had his best game
Cooper
so
Kupp
far.
looked really good in this game.
Yeah,
K9
Yep.
looked like the MVP of that fucking game.
And that's what people are expecting out of the Seahawks team, or at least their offense, right? Now you got dual threat wide receivers, at least. Arguably a dual threat at the running back too, with Charbonnet. Now he didn't do well. He had 15 carries for 10 yards. Like that's awful. But
yeah, they managed to stop Charbonnet, but they couldn't stop K9.
yeah, because Charbonnet's more of like that shifty back, right? Kenneth Walker's more of like that in between the tackles type guy.
He's a power back.
Yeah, but he can also run outside. Walker's more of like a hybrid, while Charbonnet's kind of like that. Just that.
Charbonnet is more like a finesse back. Is what
you're saying. Yeah. But no, I mean, I am surprised that the Steelers went in to Pittsburgh and took them down. So that's good.
Darnold didn't look. Darnold in the first half, at least to me, he kind of looked like he was struggling still. But that second half, he definitely turned up a notch. So I have to give props to Darnold at least there. That Seahawks offense is definitely going to be good, especially if Darnold is accurate like that. Because again, as we mentioned, like to JSN and Kupp, he looked good. Just throwing the ball over there, here and there. So not a perfect game from Darnold, but it was at least respectable to the point where he gets the win. But
right, I agree.
Yeah,
Steelers defense, man, what the hell? What happened to that defense? Second half. Run defense is
Rodgers effect.
Run defense is also just really not good at the moment for the Steelers. I don't know, man. Like, yeah,
the most expensive front four in football, and they came out looking like that.
Cam Hayward took his money and then just said, "Nope, I'm done."
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad, bro.
I'm gonna say that was not the case because Aaron Rodgers is on that team, but yeah, Herbig had a pick on Darnold and Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey also had a pick on Darnold, but it's like, other than that, the run defense, man, just it's
Ugh.
That Kenneth Walker run at the end of the game should not have happened. Actually,
no, it definitely
should not have happened. Like,
it but it did.
Yeah, I don't know. This Steelers, I don't. Steelers are still gonna be good, but it's a little at least.
Yeah, they're still gonna win their 9-8 Super Bowl. So
this is still gonna be a very interesting loss though, because like 31-17, like the Seahawks really just, like, again, the box score, looking at the box score, 17 points in the fourth quarter. I think the Steelers are still gonna be good, but it's definitely an eyebrow raiser for me, at least.
I will say Jalen Warren did look competent in that game.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'll give some credit to the Steelers offense. They didn't look as bad as people are kind of saying they look, but
yeah, they still look. They still are good.
You kind of wanted more from DK Metcalf and
especially with
receiving core.
Yeah, especially with the return of Seattle. So
yeah.
All right. Well, in terms of the Seahawks, I hope they do well, but I mean, again, I had them low. I had them low in my predictions, but I mean, if Darnold can at least be more comfortable to the point where he's not throwing dumb picks, then maybe we'll get somewhere. But yeah. Anyways, actually, yeah, one last thing here though. Can you guys believe that the NFC West everybody is 2-0 except for the Seahawks? Kind of crazy, huh?
Can they don't?
It's kind of wild to think about.
You do not want, remember, playoffs are going to be a thing here. Like, you do not want 3 teams from one division taking up spots in the playoffs.
They please shouldn't?
It might potentially happen here, man.
Can they please stop? Please, bro. I beg.
All right, let's move on here now. We're going to stay in the West here because, this game was in the East Coast, but in terms of the Western team here, we had a nice win here from the LA Rams going up against the Cam Ward-led Titans. Now, I'm just going to say this right now to start off this topic. Cam Ward looks better, but obviously the Rams still look good. Stafford clinical. Devontae Adams, clinical. But yeah, I mean, well, what do we make of this game? Because I really did think because actually this game was close up until I think the end of the third, I think it was. But it's like
no, it was pretty close before until the Rams locked the fuck in.
Larlar, pull up the Titans, if you don't mind. Pull up their next games and read off who they got. Like the next 3 to 4 games. Who they got?
The next 3 to 4 games from the Titans, we have the Colts, Texans, and Cardinals.
And then they face Rams this week and then Broncos week 1?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cam Ward got some tough defenses he has to face within his first couple weeks. So it's Broncos defense first, right? Now you had the Rams defense. I mean, granted, he had that one insane crazy play that honestly should have been a sack for like 25 yards.
Oh yeah, where he threw across his body to the TD in the end zone?
No, that shit was crazy.
That was definitely one of the best throws. This decade. I'll give you that much.
I think his name. Yeah, I think his name's like Alec Ao Maynor. Ao Main. I don't know, but he's like a rookie. He's also he's also a rookie too. So rookie to rookie. But look, Tony Pollard had a decent day. 20 carries for 92 yards. Cam Hayward 19 for 33, 1 touchdown. I mean, 5 sacks though, man. That's you
can't take 5 sacks, man. You just can't do it.
Yeah, 5 sacks is not good. And then if you look on the Rams side, Matthew Stafford 23 for 33, almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, 1 sack. Kyron Williams had a decent day, 17 for 66 yards. Could have been better. So Titans did kind of stop the run there. Well, I mean, you had a couple. Then Blake Corum had a decent day.
Oh, he had an amazing day too. Yeah.
Yeah, Devontae Adams looked good though. 100 yards, over 100 yards.
That one dime from Stafford, in the end zone. Wow.
And Puka too, almost 100 yards, 91 yards. So both of the wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2s today did really well. So, but yeah, you're right. This game was close until the end, really. But Byron Young had 2 sacks. I mean, the young stud. So I'm not pressing the panic button on the Titans.
No. I think Ward looked really good here. Actually, I'm gonna give props to Ward here. It's just you can't take 5 sacks, man. You just can't do it.
Right, but this is a tough defense to face.
Oh yeah,
the fact that you put up 19 is good. So
absolutely. I mean, in terms of the Rams, they look good. I mean, I don't really got anything else to say other than they look good. Devontae Adams looks good. Stafford, no back problems, I guess. Puka looked good. He ran for that one 40-yarder or something like that. Yeah, 45-yard. So they look good. They're in form. Titans just got to get better, but their schedule is really tough. So, but yeah, Cam Ward, you can't take 5 sacks, man. You can't do it. Tony Pollard looked good. But yeah, I think I'll be honest. The Titans really are it's just unfortunate with the way they're starting the season off.
Yeah. Right. I think the Titans, in my opinion, are kind of in the same position as the Bears are. They're a rebuilding team, so it's going to take, just like with Caleb Williams, I think Cam Ward's going to need a little more time to cook.
Oh, for sure. He will.
So like Brandon said, I'm not going to press the panic button on them just yet.
Fair enough. All right. Let's move on to our next game here. Well, this one is going to be an interesting one because somehow some way this almost got away from the Arizona Cardinals, but the Cardinals went up against the Panthers and they won 27-22. But the thing was, the Panthers really kept it close to the point where they recovered an onside kick. So, Brandon, what are our thoughts here with the Panthers because obviously not a great start. And Bryce Young, that man, 35 of 55, 55 attempts passing. He threw 3 touchdowns at least, but what are our thoughts here?
I'm pressing the panic button.
You said what?
I'm pressing the panic button.
You're pressing the panic button?
We're pressing the panic button. Here's why. Yes, but this game was not close as it was for 4.5 quarters. 4.5, 3.5 quarters. 3.5 quarters. Maybe 3 quarters. Man, it's with Bryce, man. Granted, he did had a career day, 328 yards, the most he's ever passed, 35 for 55, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He had a decent day, but there was a lot of times where he would hold on the ball for too long or just kind of make decisions where it's like, oh man, I don't know what's going on. And I will say, like, our run game was non-existent. As a team, we ran for 19 times for 49 yards. As a team. That's not good. That's not good. But I'm so glad that we hit a home run in our first overall pick from us in McMillan.
Yep.
Dog, this man is insane. Like, his catches that don't count are just as insane as his catches that do count. Like 6 receptions for 100 for $100 yards, right? But dog, it's getting loud for Xavier Leggett. It's getting loud in Panther Nation for Xavier Leggett. It's getting real loud.
Yeah.
Larlar's chat. Hear me. 1 reception, 8 targets, -2 yards. -2. Dog, it's bad. And on top of that, I know we'll talk about this later on, but 2 of our O linemen are now on IR from Corbett and Hunt. Our 2 interior guys, they're on IR. Icky is also hurt. And one of our main priorities is, protecting Bryce Young. And when you don't have that core interior, it's like now you're like, oh boy, like what's gonna happen, right? So, from the Panthers side, yes, we did come back. Yes, we did recover the onside kick. Yes, the defense did what they needed to do then. But now it's all about capitalizing, man. We could not capitalize at all on that onside kick, which sucked because we were like on the 40 and we couldn't capitalize at all. Like, it was a 4th down. We got lucky with a penalty, 1st down again. We couldn't even capitalize off of that. So, we got to really know how to finish games, especially play through all quarters. But looking on the Cardinals side, though, Kyler Murray looked good. 17 for 25, 220. Especially that one drive before the half, where he went all the way down the field. That was really, really good on him. Only 1 sack. James Conner. We did stop the run a little bit. I mean, James Conner ran for 11 times for 34 yards. But Trey McBride was running all over us midfield, bro. We were playing a lot of like zone cover 3s, so like a lot of people going back and 2 in the flat. Which made the field wide open a lot of times, but overall, I mean, I'm pressing the panic button. I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm pressing it. I'm pressing it. And we face. I think we face the Falcons next week, our first home game.
Oh,
shit. I don't know. Those are my thoughts. That's how I feel as a Panthers fan. But I will say the Cardinals do look good, but we gotta be better.
Yeah, the Cardinals do look good, and although I don't feel like we just don't give too much respect to the Cardinals. I don't know why. I don't know. It's like, I guess it's just because Kyler hasn't really done anything. He only made that 1 appearance in the playoffs, but then like hasn't really done anything.
That 1 Hail Mary.
Yeah, but it's like, they're starting the season off 2-0, so they're at least getting some good wins here. It's just like, I guess it's not as like high powered as like, I don't know, the fucking Eagles or something, but I don't know.
It's Sorry,
yeah, go.
I was gonna say, because the Cardinals are 2-0, but people are looking at it like, you beat 2 of the easiest teams in the league. When are you gonna beat a real team?
That's fair. They're not tested.
There is credence to it.
Right.
The reason I say there's credence to it, I did watch the highlights for this game as well. it felt like in that fourth quarter that Cardinals defense just let off the gas.
They
And that
did.
Yeah.
kind of
They
made
did.
it made it look like it was closer than what it truly was. And it almost allowed the Panthers to kind of sneak a win. And if you're a team to be taken seriously, you can't be doing that. Especially with a team that you're expected to not only beat but crush.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
agree with Brandon. If I'm a Panthers fan, I also would press the panic button.
Oh
Yeah, that's what I was good.
man.
And I'll tell you this, Larlar, too, before we move on. There's some rumblings about Dave Canales. And the reason why the reason
No.
why is because a lot of the play calling is very conservative. You don't see
No.
deep shots from Bryce Young. You see a whole lot of checkdowns.
I know what that's like.
Lot of checkdowns. And you don't see kind of like that some trick plays thrown in there from every time, right? A lot of the plays are becoming pretty predictable. And it's like, and people are saying, man, like, is Dave Canales just being super conservative? Like, what's going on? So there's some talks. I wouldn't say it's loud. I would just say there's some talks right now about Dave Canales. So we'll see. We'll see.
Overall, this game, honestly, I was rooting for the Panthers to win because I've always like after that last season, I was like, "Yo, Bryce Young, bro, they about to come back. They about to be good and shit." Now it's just flat. I'm just like, "Damn, bro."
Right.
But yeah, it's like with
And
the Cardinals. It's like
he had a decent day. He had a decent game.
yeah, like it's not like Bryce Young didn't like had like was awful, but it's just we expected more, and right now we're just not getting like more. And
Agreed.
we don't want to just be like a late season like hero. Like I'm saying, it's like I'm a Panthers fan, but we don't want to see him like But with the Cardinals, it's hard with them because you want to see them do so well, and you would expect their number one draft pick to like bring back that magic they had, but they just don't, and they didn't.
Yeah.
And it's so hard too because they're one of the
Honestly,
oldest teams in the league and have not reached the Super Bowl at all.
Honestly, it just felt like the Cardinals just do the bare minimum to get by.
Yeah.
Or at
That is
least
a good
win.
way to
Sorry,
explain
at
it.
least win the Super Bowl. But
You know what?
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And I'll add one quick thing. Hunter Renfro showed out 2 touchdowns. Like, for him coming back from not playing a year, he did well.
All right, let's move on now. Let's go to an absolute thriller. Somehow, some way, there was once a time named Daniel Jones, where somehow, some way, this man led the Giants to the playoffs and won a playoff game in Minnesota, and then after that, it all went downhill. And then that man, Daniel Jones, got released. He was basically called a Giants terrorist. But then, in Indianapolis,
Insane.
he is now called Indiana Jones because guess what, guys? The Colts are 2-0, and they won against the Broncos, man. 29-28, game-winning field goal. Indiana Jones, guys. Let me just tell you something. Let's just go to the stat line here because let me just tell you. 23-34, 316 yards, 1 tud, 1 sack. But that man was ballin'. You want to know who else was ballin'? Jonathan Taylor was ballin'. You want to know who else was ballin'? Their first round pick of Tyler Warren was ballin'. Guys, the Colts are 2-0, and the Broncos defense, I thought they were still going to be pretty top tier compared to last year, but man, Daniel Jones, bro.
Game, nigga.
DJ is going at these Broncos here, man.
Do we call this an upset?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Because I call this an upset. You do that to arguably the number 1 defense in the league?
Should look like a number 7.
Yeah, but they don't look number 1 anymore. They obviously do not look like number 1 anymore now.
They don't.
Can we I know the big story here is Daniel Jones, but can we talk about the Broncos real quick?
Go on ahead,
sure, man.
Go ahead.
We expected them to be a little bit better. Like that offense, well, good. This does it, it just I don't know. I just don't. It's hard to see,
Is
where
it-
it's gonna like go.
Is it the
I
Bo Nix potential sophomore slump?
I sure hope so, so they can get off Jaden Daniels' dick. But
Because I mean, the thing is, though, Bo Nix didn't even play that terrible of a game, bro. 22-30,
Yeah.
206, 3 touchdowns with 1 pick. He wasn't doing that bad. It's just that
No
defense.
he wasn't doing that bad. What I'm saying is that
That
first
defense.
game, I know it was week 1, but still, week 2, like a pick, bro. I don't know. Listen, I don't know, but if they keep playing, like, obviously, I think he'll do a lot better than week 1. But I'm just saying, if he keeps, if he takes a bit of a fall, it's gonna be a bit tougher to keep up with the Chargers. I can't believe I'm not saying the Chiefs. The Chargers. It's gonna be hard to. But what do I know?
I think the story of this game is Daniel Jones
Yeah, that
looks
shit's
like
crazy.
a competent quarterback.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Danny Derps no more.
They put that boy
Like-
behind a good offensive line.
You put him in front of a decent offensive line. You give him another elite running back in Jonathan Taylor, and he just cooks.
He is
Right.
I also have
wildly.
to-
I was just gonna say really quick. He is wildly accurate in a good portion of those throws too, man. Oh,
He is like if you
Yeah.
like I made the comparisons of like him and Shador Sanders, and this is Daniel Jones's upside. You give him enough time to throw the ball, he is one of the most accurate passers. Like you give him the time to like, oh, quick throw here, oh, deep throw here, oh, we can run like, oh, we throw the slant here. You give any quarterback that kind of time, 9 times out of 10, they gonna make that shit happen. And Daniel Jones, he made that shit happen.
Yeah. And I'll say this too, man. I mean, oh man, it's now we got to talk about Anthony Richardson. Is he cooked?
Oh, he's cooked.
Oh, he's 1000% cooked.
He's
Matter of
cooked.
fact,
I'm sorry.
Matter of fact, I would even go on record and consider Anthony Richardson a bust.
Whoa.
He's such a Raider.
Oh,
See, or are we being too early about it? Or
I don't think so, and here's why. If
man, Pat
Daniel
McAfee
Jones-
just hates him, dude.
If Daniel Jones can adjust to Shane Steichen's system quicker than AR5 ever could, nah, I'm sorry, AR5's a bust.
Also, we need to realize too that they had to fight for the starting job. Daniel Jones beat Anthony Richardson to win the starting job.
And that got super loud. People
Yeah.
are not happy about that.
No, yeah, and people were not happy about that, but now look what's happening right now. 2-0 Colts. Now, obviously, it's still very early. This is week 2. Can they continue it into week 3? Probably, but it's like, who would have thought that the Colts would be 2-0?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I
Nobody.
agree.
Nobody, yeah, exactly.
Who knows how far they go?
Bro,
Holy
they
shit.
could win the division. No, I'm kidding. We gotta chill out.
I don't know.
Whoa.
But I will
Hang
say
on.
and I will say one thing that surprised me about the Broncos. Cortland Sutton only got targeted 4 times, 1 catch for 6 yards. Like
They were locking up Cortland Sutton over there.
yeah, Troy
yeah.
Franklin though, his Oregon teammate went off.
The
That's
Colts
true.
defense doesn't look that bad either. They look pretty
Got
decent.
the Titans next week though.
Oh gosh.
And then they got the Rams though.
Man, but let me tell you, man, the Colts picking up Cam Bynum literally boosted that defense up so much.
That nigga's so
It was
funny.
a steal.
Yeah,
Very much
man's
so.
with the
Interception. Yep.
Yeah, not only that man has good celebrations, but he can back up his play. Like,
Yeah.
He was up in the air with the mascot.
yeah, and
Mhm,
apparently Blue the mascot had no idea that was gonna happen. So, but overall, Colts look really good. Broncos still looked fine. They just got to fix some things up on the defense. So
Yeah, I don't think the Broncos offense is the issue.
No.
I think the
Yeah.
Broncos defense,
tripping a
they
little
kind of
bit.
did what they needed to do. The Colts had to come back to win that one. I will say that much. But mad respect to Daniel Jones. Like if he's on his 2024 Sam Darnold arc, the Colts are a team to watch out for.
And
Yeah.
the Giants are so pissed.
Speaking of the Giants, I guess indirectly, as we move on to our next game, we're going to talk about their opponents within the division, I should say. Obviously, one of the most hyped up matchups of this week was the 425 game. The Chiefs and the Eagles once again face
We got a
off
lot of talking for
in
this one.
Arrowhead. 20-17, where the Eagles won. But the conversation is kind of loud, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it's getting loud.
Because a lot of people are saying that Jalen Hurts is not top 5 quarterback, bruh. What are we what are we thinking about? Because first off, let's talk about this. Remember, our timer still applies, by the way. The Chiefs, man.
Chiefs are dead.
No, they're not dead. We got to stop. The
They're not
Chiefs
dead.
are still
They
the
ain't
Chiefs.
They ain't dead.
The Chiefs are still the Chiefs because their defense at least looked better this time around. But the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. You know, the coaching staff is way too good for them to continue to lose these games.
Larlar.
But that man Travis Kelce went ahead and dropped a fucking pass where he got picked off in the end zone. So I think that man needs to kick up a little bit. And he got mad about it despite him, taunting the players all game.
Womp womp.
Look, the Chiefs are still going to be the Chiefs until further notice, okay? The Chiefs...
Larlar.
Look, I'm still... Guys, look. I'm just saying this right now. The Chiefs are just going to figure this out some way, somehow. I don't know when it's going to be. It could be week 3. It could be within the next couple of weeks here. They're going to figure it out at some points, guys. But the Eagles... Jalen Hurts only but he only passed for 101 yards here.
Look,
okay, how do we want to do this? Do we want to do this? Do we talk?
I'll go
about
first.
The Chiefs? Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go first, and I'll be quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Larlar, this is the second straight week that Patrick Mahomes was their leading rusher.
Okay, yeah, that was one thing I was gonna mention. They have no run game at the moment.
With Hunt and Pacheco back there, right?
They have no run game.
Dog, and yes, with Travis Kelce, I've never seen Kelce like this to the start of the season. Like, I don't know what he's doing out there. And all that. I mean, yeah, Mahomes is really putting everything on his shoulders right now. And I think we know Mahomes is a hero, but putting every single thing on his shoulders, I don't know how far that's going to be if he has to rely on everything with the Chiefs wise. So that's why I'm worried about the Chiefs, man. If I'm a Chiefs fan, I wouldn't press the panic button, but I would be concerned because this is the first time they're starting 0-2 in the Mahomes era. So, but granted, it is week 2. I don't know. But if we want to talk about the Eagles, I'll say, Larlar, if you want to get to the main topic of that game, you can go right ahead.
All right, is Jalen Hurts a top 5 quarterback? Yes or no?
Fuck no. Sorry. What?
No.
Sorry, that was really violent.
I think top 10. But
I'm saying top 15.
Whoa!
Yeah, I think top 10.
Nice. He won a Super Bowl a couple months ago.
I think that's a stretch.
Whoa, I think he can chill out.
He's a top 10 quarterback. I'm not gonna sit here and say top 5. No. Maybe top 7, not top 10.
But what's getting really, really loud? People are saying that's the game that's going to be the reason why the tush push gets banned.
Yeah, there were a lot of penalties there that should have been called. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's going to be the game where the tush push gets banned, and I'm calling it right now. Yeah, clip it in this stream. I'm calling it right now. The tush push gets banned because of that game.
You heard it here first.
But let me say my piece on these Eagles. All right, let me tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh. All right, Jalen Hurts. I like the guy as a person, player, and all that jazz.
I
Whatever.
like the guy.
guess. Eagles, man. Jalen Hurts. It's so weird because yes, whatever. He's a top 10 quarterback or whatever. Right? He's top 10 or whatever. I'll give him that. Not to top 15, but I just if he's playing like this, he's more of a running back than a quarterback to me. That's just all it is. And I know there's different play calling because you lost Kellen Moore and all that shit. So maybe he's frustrated with that and all that shit. But I'm getting tired of these niggas on Twitter being like Jalen Daniels, bro. What a check down machine, man. Jalen Hurts not throwing a singular touchdown all season. It's only week 2. I'm getting real sick and tired of this shit. Because that man, I think, and I'm going to keep saying this, I think Jalen Daniels as a quarterback is better than Jalen Hurts. Because I feel like you put Jalen Hurts on another team, do you think he can carry him to the same level as the Super Bowl as the Eagles?
There might be one or two teams he could, but other than that, no, he's right.
I will say this too. I've seen a lot of things about how like Jalen Hurts just cannot throw this ball in the air over 10 yards. It's getting really loud for him. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm gonna give him credit. It's not like he can't. We saw what he did in the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
That he went to.
And what's crazy is he's just the most recent Super Bowl MVP. Yeah, I'm like, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's not like he's still up there in terms of quarterback. So, and I'm not saying like he's not a fucking, it's not like he can't throw the ball. I just feel like there's some times where you can still see that like, are we still sure that if he can't really, like, is it the play calling? Is it him? Like, what are we doing here?
I'm gonna say it's the play calling, mostly because of the fact that they're kind of relying on Saquon a little too much.
Saquon had 22 attempts, 88 yards, 1 TD. So I mean, he played his game. I mean,
he played his game, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I talk about the Cardinals doing the bare minimum. Look at the Eagles. The last 2 games they played, they did the bare minimum to win. Granted, those 2 teams that the Eagles played were a little tougher, because I wouldn't call the Cowboys as easy as, say, the Saints and the Panthers, and I definitely wouldn't say the Chiefs are an easy team.
No.
Overall, I think Travis Kelce cost him that game.
Oh yeah, I agree.
He still got Taylor Swift on the brain.
I agree because like Kelce catches that, it's a touchdown, and who knows how this game goes. But it's like, I mean, the Eagles are 2-0, but they look very beatable at the moment. Obviously, both of these teams look really beatable here. So
yeah, but as you mentioned, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs until further notice. That devil magic can come out at any moment.
They are going to figure it out some way, somehow. They're somehow going to figure it out. But anyways, let's move on to our next game here. We are running a little bit over a little bit, but that's fine. It's just we are going to recap these next 3 games a little bit more quicker than usual. That's fine. Okay, so let's move on to Sunday Night Football, where it was honestly, I mean, the Falcons pressured JJ McCarthy to hell and back, and they win against the Vikings 22-6. So if I'm being honest with you, I'm not hitting the panic button on JJ yet, but
no, I wouldn't.
It's gonna get real loud here really soon if it don't pick up better, because I don't know. But then again, the Falcons' defense is really good, so yeah.
And I'll say this quick. I mean, but now you got JJ being out. Now you got Carson Wentz and Cam Akers in the backfield rather than Aaron Jones and McCarthy. So that's going to really change things up. Falcons did look good, but I'm worried about that Falcons offense. The fact that they really couldn't capitalize at all on any drive is what drove me insane watching that game. Bijan was their bright spot because Drake London fumbled. I mean, Michael Penix kept it safe, but like that offense should have easily been firepowered, but they didn't. They barely capitalized, and I don't know, man. Well, we'll see how the Vikings are going to do, but this is not a good look.
It's not a good look for the Vikings. It is a very good look for that Falcons defense. They proved Sunday night why they have a case for being the number one defense in the league.
6 sacks on JJ too.
6 sacks on JJ.
Yeah.
They were getting after JJ McCarthy all night long. Now, they were could we say they were locking up Justin Jefferson? Probably.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because JJ had no time to throw for most of the night.
Pretty much.
Now, granted, Justin Jefferson still had 91 yards, I think. But that's Justin Jefferson.
Jefferson at
That's the
81.
best wide receiver in the league. Oh, 81. Okay. But yeah, that's Justin Jefferson. You know he's going to get his yards no matter what. But
Yeah.
story of the night, Falcons showed out.
Yeah, I mean, also the Vikings defense is just very frustrating to watch. They cannot stop Bijan Robinson. They could not stop him. So, I mean, I don't know. The Vikings really need to start they really need to figure it out. But now with JJ gone for at least the next couple of weeks, it's going to be really tough with the way that it's going to be really tough with how this Vikings team is really going to perform. But yeah. So am I worried about them? Kind of, sorta. But with JJ out, we can't really exactly tell. But the Falcons, they look at least better. And, Penix got sacked 3 times, but he'll definitely, I guess, clean it up. Bijan is still a beast, and, Falcons defense, though, is going to be really, really, really good. So,
yeah, I think as long as they keep up the rushing attack with Bijan and Tyler Algier, Falcons are going to be fine.
I agree. I agree. Let's move on to our next game here. Let's go on to the final 2 games of the week 2 slate, which is our Monday night doubleheader. Well, it wasn't really a doubleheader, but, Baker Mayfield, and Bucky lead a win over the Texans 20-19. That man, Baker Mayfield, is so much fun to watch, man. That final drive is absolutely amazing. 20-19 is the final score. Baker Mayfield, 25 of 38, 2 touchdown passes, and one of them was to Rashid White, and the other one was to Ibuka. Mayfield looks great. CJ don't look great.
Oh, boy.
If I'm being honest. And it is not looking great because I really don't want to put anything on CJ right now at the moment, but I don't know. He has really regressed, man. It's unfortunate. But
I don't think it's CJ's issue. I think it's the O-line not really protecting him all that much.
Yeah, it is definitely that. It is definitely the offensive line, yeah. But really going back to Baker, what a game-winning drive. Holy shit.
Baker is so much
fans
fun
look
to
away.
watch. No, Baker is so much fun to watch. I say this all the time, even though I hate the Bucks. I love Baker Mayfield, and games like that are exactly the reason why. Baker is such a damn good quarterback, and
He is.
the Texans, they are arguably the most frustrating team to watch this year.
And the thing is, they fired off strong.
They fired off strong, yeah, but look how they finished.
They fired off real strong.
Because that Texans defense was doing the Lord's work. They were doing everything they could to stop Baker, to stop Bucky Irving, and that offense just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just so... It sucks because CJ had such a great rookie season, and we just really want him to go back into form like that one. But it's rough. It is rough to watch this offense, I'm not going to lie. I just hope that, in terms of receiving, I mean, I think I saw something how, he didn't exactly... Or, a lot of people are just injured on that receiving end, with Tank Dell and Braxton Berrios, and I think it was Christian Kirk as well. So I mean,
Christian Kirk, yeah.
folks are still injured, but it's frustrating to watch with the Texans. Mayfield
I mean,
though, and go on.
I was gonna say, like, even though that receiving core for the Texans is quite thin, I will give CJ credit. He is doing what he can with what he has. And the fact that he kept it within 1 point against admittedly a mediocre Bucks defense, I I still can't pin it on CJ. I really can't.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, at least the Bucks offense though looks great. You know, Mike Evans kept going, Shepard, Ibuka, and they're not even at full form yet. Remember, Tristan Wirfs is still out. You know, Chris Godwin's still out. So the Bucks are going to be a force, man. It really is, and Baker is like so much fun to watch when he is going. So that final drive is just one thing to just take a note of. But the Bucks look really good at the moment.
They do.
They do. And I will say, I don't understand why the Texans didn't call a timeout towards the end when it was like about a solid 40 seconds left on the clock, and they knew that the Bucks had momentum. Like, I get it. Like, you want to save your timeouts for the next drive, but by the time the next drive came, they had like 6 seconds left, ran it out of the end zone, and then the game was over. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Something tells me that might not have mattered in the end, though.
I mean, yeah, but at least it would have gave them a chance. But, you know, that time management could have been better. But yeah, Bucks look good. Bucks still look good though. Texans, I don't. Do we want to press the panic button on them?
No.
We'll press the
No.
panic button on them if they lose to the Jags next week.
Right. Yeah, they lose to the Jaguars. I would be heavily concerned.
All right. And now into our final game of the week 2 slate. The Los Angeles Chargers go ahead and go into Vegas and win against the Raiders, where Justin Herbert is slinging that ball and Quentin Johnston is catching said ball. The thing is, Geno's struggling out there, man. It's rough on Geno. Are we I'm not out on Geno, of course, but it's no. When you have a stat line of 24 of 43, 180 yards with 3 picks and 3 sacks, that was definitely one of the worst performances Geno Smith has had in some time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And another thing too, man. I mean, that Chargers defense is heavily underrated.
Yes, I agree.
They got a young quarterback there, and Henley at the linebacker, who's a beast. I mean, man, what a dog! First play of the game, right? Geno just throws it away like he throws an interception.
He does.
Which is full momentum for the Chargers. I mean, and let me tell you, man, what a joy for them to have Keenan Allen back. Like because Keenan Allen, he's already doing more work. He's already doing more work back on the Chargers than all his Bears time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being fully honest. I mean, now granted, I am concerned about the Chargers run game with Hampton. I do expect a little bit more out of. I do expect a little bit more out of that. I really do, because Hampton is one of those in between the tackles type guys when he was in North Carolina. So it is concerning me, even though the Chargers got a decent O line. Even with Rashawn Slater out, they still got Joe Alt and all these guys on the line. So I'm concerned about that. And Herbert, you know, he's still picking it up. And Quentin Johnson, he's already becoming. Yeah, Quentin Johnson's doing better. So I got big expectations on the Chargers this year. Raiders, I'm not out on them, but we'll see what they do under Pete Carroll.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Chargers defense looks great, man. It looks great. And if Johnson is continuing to catch these balls, you know, Herbert there's definitely some, you know, I guess chemistry being lit over there because he's finally catching these balls. And then you got Keenan Allen and Ladd. You know, we can't obviously forget about Ladd. Johnston 71 yards receiving. Allen had 61. McConkey had 48. This is a good offense here for the Chargers, man. They're making a case this year, I think.
Yeah, they're looking more and more like a well-oiled machine.
I agree.
It also helps
And
that the Chiefs are not doing well right now.
Yep.
Yep.
You talk about being worried about a Marion Hampton, and you're right for doing so. I'm more worried about Ashton Jeanty, though,
Yes.
because he barely got the
Yeah.
ball at
Oh,
all.
yeah. Yeah, in terms of barely getting the ball, yeah.
11 attempts,
Yeah.
43 yards.
Yeah.
Like,
What are we
he was-
doing?
you couldn't have run some screens with him. You couldn't have tried to feed him the ball more. Now,
Like,
granted, that Chargers front four was on point, but you could have at least tried something with Ashton. Like, try anything.
They saw him
They-
spin a defender right off him and said, let's not give him the ball.
They need to open up the playbook for him. They really do. Because
They do, and
because I just feel like, we can just get so much more out of, especially with the fact that they picked them first round. Okay. Like,
6th overall.
yeah, figure it out, Las Vegas. Figure it out. I'm sure Pete Carroll will, but yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no. In terms of Geno, like, I wouldn't press the panic button on him just yet. He had one bad night.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about it. He just had one bad night. Brock Bowers was still catching balls. Other than that, though, that offense just fell flat.
Yeah.
And then, like, I know this is a whole different team, but just talking about how Genty gonna get in the ball and shit, they're not doing much like the rookies. Bringing it back to the Bears, what have they done with Colston Loveland?
I'm
Good
not
point.
quite sure. I'm not quite
Exactly.
sure. I'm not sure. All I'm saying is they need to open up the playbook for these players, man. They really, really do. They picked them for a
Yeah.
reason. Come on now. All right. We have recapped the entirety of week 2. And so now we're going to move on to a very quick segment of Swift stories to know. Well, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Lots and lots of injuries. Joe Burrow is going to need toe surgery that will sideline him for at least minimum of 3 months. Yeah, once again, we touched on this earlier, but I'm just going to say it again. Joe Burrow is going to be out for at least 3 months here because of that turf toe injury. And I might as well just bring this up because, Adam Schefter tweeted out saying, Bengals pass pro ranks since drafting Joe Burrow, pass block win rate per ESPN research. 2020, it was 29th. 21, it was 30th. 22, it was 30th. 23, it was 27th. Last season, it was dead last. And then this season so far is 28th. That man needs help, guys. That man needs help. Offensive line, that man needs help.
I don't know what that offensive line coach is doing in Cincinnati. Like, are they just not listening, or is the coach just not? Something is not connecting as far as their O-line coach.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what's going on.
Something's got to change.
I agree. It's bad. But anyways,
because like 5-6 years in a row, that's a trend.
And then obviously, like really quickly, touching upon it, people would think that, oh yeah, he's going to be the next Andrew Luck. Oh God, I hope not. Oh God, if that happens within the next couple of years,
like the next Dan Marino.
Please do not let that happen. Oh my goodness, that would be devastating.
That's a big statement.
That is a big statement. But anyways, moving on. Panthers took multiple injury hits to their offensive line. Robert Hunt tore his biceps, and Austin Colbert is out with a torn MCL. Oh my goodness, not good for Brandon here, man. Jaden Daniels is dealing with a knee sprain. His status on Sunday is up in the air. You have Mariota still, Max? Mariota?
Yeah, we do.
Against the Raiders, I mean, I think that you guys should win that, but it's like...
I don't trust it.
Honestly, man, let Jaden rest. Let him rest here.
No, I can agree. I would like to win, but let that man rest.
I agree.
Let the man rest.
Moving on to another quarterback, Justin Fields is in concussion protocol. As of this moment, there are no updates. As of this moment right here, right now, no updates. But if he's in concussion protocol, we have to start Tyrod Taylor, and I'm a fan of Tyrod. It's just oh boy, just hope Justin Fields gets better here.
Yep.
Jalen Johnson for the Bears is out indefinitely with a groin injury. Not great for the Bears defense. Not great. And Aaron Jones is going to be on IR due to the hamstring injury, but alongside Aaron Jones, JJ McCarthy is also going to be out 2 to 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain, which makes Carson Wentz the person starting for the upcoming game. And
guess who they face week 5?
Who?
The Eagles.
Oh, oh man. And last one here, I think, is that Bucks DT Kalijah Cansey is also going to be out for the season. He tore his pec. Not great, because that defense needs help. Well, that defense is decent, but that's a big blow to their defense. So
yep.
I'm kind of surprised they're not really touching on the Khalil Mack injury.
Oh, I mean, I didn't mention that in my notes here, but I forgot to get up a tweet. But yeah, Khalil Mack is also, I think, shoulder injury. I didn't see an update yet. Did I? Was there an update today at all? Or I don't believe so.
I think so.
Let me check.
But I was just going to mention here from Jesse Morse, from at Dr. Jesse Morse, Joe Burrow dealing with a toe injury. Josh Allen had the nose. Jaden Daniels had a knee. Fields for a concussion. Austin Eckler, Achilles. Aaron Jones, hamstring. Kyle Juszczyk, completely forgot about him. Concussion. Kavontae Turpin, neck injury. Jaden Reed, clavicle fracture. And Noah Brown, groin injury. Yeah, man, it's a lot of injuries, man, already.
Yeah, and no update on Khalil Mack, by the way.
No update. Okay. Now there's some other Swift stories to know. Chiefs are 0-2 for the first time since 2014. The last time, 6 times they started 0-2, they missed the playoffs. Okay, once again, I'm not gonna. The Chiefs are still the Chiefs. We have to stop on this. All right, they're gonna make the playoffs. So they're gonna make the AFC Championship game somehow. They're gonna make it. All right, they're gonna make it. But judging from that, though, 0-2, 2-0, the Colts are 2-0 for the first time since 2009. Kind of crazy, you know? Kind of crazy.
Beat him in the Super Bowl in 2009. Yeah.
The Saints did.
Yes, sir. That's me.
All right, and the last thing here in the Swift stories to know, there was a lot of heat during this week, huh? You know, Chris Jones said he didn't have 100 yards, while Jalen Hurts said we won the fucking game. Shut your mouth, you know?
Oh,
and then we had Liam Cohen and QB and Trevor Lawrence fucking, you know, Trevor Lawrence waving him off. Kind of crazy, you know? And, you know, we obviously had James Hudson yelling at the coaches on the Giants after being penalized 4 times on the first possession. Not great at all.
What a dummy.
Anyways, let's move on really quickly now to our fantasy really quick. Just a very quick fantasy update. Fantasy football update. Back in week 2 here, we had myself, I won against Mac. RBM won against Marcelo. Andrew won against Emmett. Coop won against Max. King won against Incog. And Neptune won against Brandon. Now,
I lost by 3 points.
In terms of week 3, I go up against RBM. Emmett goes up against Mac. Andrew goes up against Marcelo. Coop goes up against Incog. Brandon goes up against Max, and Neptune goes up against King. Very interesting because Coop and RBM are the only 2 folks that Coop and RBM are the only 2 competitors being 2-0 right now. Everyone else is 1-1 or 0-2. Very interesting.
I'm about to go 3-0. Yeah.
All right, we'll see about that. I don't know about that, but
yeah, I'm putting AJ Brown on my bench this week.
All right, we'll do a ping in terms of our fantasy updates tomorrow, but just your reminder. But anyways, let's move on to the final segment of this podcast because we do need to go ahead and get a move on here. We have to take and know who our predictions are, and we're gonna go by this very quickly. So let's begin. And honestly, these first few games should be very easy to fucking predict. Anyways, let's go ahead. Once again, we're 21-11 at the moment so far this season. So let's go ahead and begin here. Bills, Dolphins. The Bills all the way. This should be no contest.
Dolphins. Come back.
Bills.
Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Anyways,
pretty academic. I'm going Buffalo.
Yep,
Packers,
Bills, yep.
Packers, Browns, Packers.
This
here,
one's also
yes.
pretty
Oh,
academic.
Browns.
Packers.
Joe Flacco. Masterclass.
All right. Anyways, Colts, Titans, guys. Indiana Jones will continue.
Jones goes 3-0.
Continue.
Yeah, I unfortunately want to. I gotta take the Colts, but I really want Cam Ward to win.
I know. I really want Cam Ward to win too, but I think the Colts are just too hot right now. All right, battle of the backups.
Ooh, here we go.
Bengals, Vikings. All right, guys, this is going to be a very hot take. The Bengals win this game.
Yeah, I
actually agree.
This one's tough for me because I consider this the LSU Bowl.
Nah, I think Jake Browning gets it done.
I think so too. I'm also going to take the Bengals, but this one's sad for me because I'm an LSU guy, and I wanted to see Burrow, Jefferson, and Chase all in the same field at the same time, but I guess not.
Speaking of, I just saw a tweet that said between Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson in this game, whoever puts up the most numbers ends the discussion between who's better.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know about that. With two backups, I think we got to chill out.
That's wild.
All right.
T. Higgins goes wild, anyways.
All right. Steelers, Patriots. Oh, wow.
Ooh, wait, where's it at?
It's in New England.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna say Steelers.
Steelers defense
stereotype.
That Steelers defense has been honestly pitiful. I got Patriots in that one.
You know, yeah, I got Patriots too. I don't want to pick the Patriots, but I think the Patriots win this.
I see why RBM picked Steelers, but I think Patriots gets them close.
All right. Next up, it's crazy how this is a 1:00 game. Rams, Eagles, divisional matchup. Eagles win this. Oh, wait,
where's it at?
Actually,
no, I'm going Rams.
You know, I'll go Rams too. I'll go Rams too.
Yeah, I'm going Rams.
I'll go Rams too.
Remember the last time Saquon faced the Rams and he almost broke the freaking rushing record?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not going to happen this week. I think the Rams win this. The Eagles are very beatable right now, guys. I think the Eagles are very beatable at the moment.
And I'm even going to consider it my upset pick. I'm going Rams.
I got Rams too.
All right, Bucks, Jets. Let's go Bucks. Unfortunately, the Jets are just not looking good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Academic. I'm going Bucks.
Yeah, sorry. Baker looks way too good right now.
It's okay. All right, Commanders, Raiders, Commanders. Yes.
Even with Mariota starting, I'm going Commanders.
Yes, I agree.
The Raiders. Here we go.
No.
Genty about to run all over us.
Way.
No
Brock
way.
Bowers 50 touchdowns.
Ain't no way. I got Commanders on that one.
All right. Let's continue. Falcons, Panthers, Falcons gonna win it, man.
I'm going Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons gonna win it, bro.
Bryce Young.
We're at home for the first time this season. I think we'll get it. I think Bryce will turn it back.
All right.
Bryce Young breakout game, nigga. Goal.
All
the second one.
Next up, Texans, Jaguars. Okay, so. You know what? I
got Texans. I got Texans on that one.
Larlar, that Texans defense.
Yeah, Texans, bro. I'll go Texans, bro.
Will Anderson and Hunter?
Yeah, Texans gonna get
I'm
that,
also
bro.
gonna say Texans. I think that defense is gonna carry on this.
Yeah,
I don't see T-Law getting it done here.
Texans needs to win here. By the way, it's a big divisional match.
No, they need to win. They need to.
All right. First of 4:00, we got Broncos, Chargers. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you guys something really quick. The Chargers have won against the Raiders and the Chiefs. Can you imagine if they go 3-0 against three of their divisional opponents here, I got the Chargers.
I got the Chargers too.
I'm saying Chargers.
I got Chargers.
I'll say Chargers, yeah.
All right, Saints, Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Sorry about it, RVM. I'm sorry. I got Seahawks.
Even mid can beat us. I'm going Seahawks.
All right, Cowboys, Bears. Oh, ooh.
I'm going them boys.
I got Cowboys. It's gonna be loud in the Bears.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm
It's gonna be loud in Chicago.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the Cowboys as well. Max, any thought on that or just...
As a hater, I'm going the Bears.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what? Understandable.
All right, Cardinals, Niners. Ooh, wait.
No, I got Cardinals on that one.
This is a battle of mid.
Mac Jones. You know what? I'll give the Cardinals. I'll give it Cardinals here. I feel like they could get it done.
I got Cardinals on that one.
I mean, they beat them last season. I think they can do it again.
Yeah.
Chiefs.
I'm going upset. I'm going 49ers.
Okay. Oh, it's not really. I think the 72% pick for the Niners. It would be an upset if the Cardinals win. Chiefs, Giants. All right, guys. Now here's the thing.
Listen,
we gotta be careful here. We gotta be careful here because once again, this might be a game where the Chiefs figure it out. The Chiefs are winning this game.
But hear me out. Hear me out. Thibodeau, Carter, Lawrence against that offensive
and Burns.
and Burns.
He's been doing good. Honestly, I see a big upset, and it's gonna get loud in Kansas City.
Bro,
I think Giants. I think Russ will play as well as he did against the Cowboys. I truly think this is an upset.
Oh gosh.
It's gonna get loud in Kansas City.
No, bro.
I've seen this song and dance way too many times before. I'm going Chiefs.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go Chiefs on this one as well. And the last game here are Lions, Ravens. I think Ravens win this.
The Ravens are going to decimate the Lions.
Yeah.
And in terms of total points, I'm gonna go 53.
53. Okay.
I think it'll be
7. I went 73.
73. Oh,
I actually think it's going to be. I think Baltimore is dropping 52 on Detroit's head.
oh my god.
Oh, hold on now. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'll
Hold
do
on.
56. I'll do 56.
They can
I
drop 52 behind the Lions 45.
I think it's gonna be a respectable 30-ish to 20-some-ish win. Or it could just be a complete blowout. I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
if the Lions win, though.
I just see the Ravens offense going absolutely stupid.
Fair enough.
Especially at home.
Fair enough. All right, well, guys, that does it for episode 2 of Talkin Football with Larlar. Thank you guys so much for being here, of course, and thank you guys so much to everyone who is listening and watching or whatnot on YouTube or anywhere. Just thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Obviously, once again, if you guys would like to catch our podcast live, it is going to be live every single Tuesday night at around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/azlarlar. Of course, all the links that you would need are all going to be down below in the description. And of course, we will be back next Tuesday, and we will see if we are right in our pick'ems or if we were wrong in our pick'ems. And let's see whose fan base gets loud this time around. Let's see.
Kansas City.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and we will see you guys in the next episode of Talkin Football with Larlar. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, everybody, get out.
Keep pounding.
Bye-bye.